So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the first drivers for 2025. As you know, we're approaching silly season with driver releases left, right and centre. Most of the big brands will be bringing out drivers very, very soon. So be sure to subscribe here to the H.I.T channel so you don't miss out on any of those reviews. You will see them here first. First coming out swinging, Cobra DS-Adapt, Darkspeed Adapt. As you can see in this bag, I've got there's four drivers being brought out. The brand new 4 drivers from Cobra. There's a lot going on with these drivers. And obviously I'm going to try and explain it all in this video. This right here, this lanyard is Cobra's secret weapon for next year, right here. I'll share that in a little minute. There's 4 drivers, as I mentioned. There's the Cobra X, which is the standard model. There's a Cobra Darkspeed Adapt LS, which is a low spin. There's also then a Cobra Darkspeed Adapt Max K, which is 10K MOI. You've seen that already with TaylorMade and Ping. They brought out 10K drivers. And there's also a Cobra Darkspeed Adapt Max D driver, which is draw biased. We're probably not going to mess with that one today because I don't need any more draw in my driver shots. First off, the head covers are absolutely phenomenal. They're absolutely phenomenal. I think I'm going to say it now, they're the best driver head covers I think I've ever seen from a brand. They are really nice. I love this loop. It's got a little handle at the back. I really like this kind of quilted, cushiony effect here on the front. I like how it's all kind of just dark speeded out. Really, really nice. This little symbol here at the back is a clue about what technology is also to come in these drivers. But looks wise, this one is the Max X. Sorry, this is the standard X driver. This is the one I actually want to hit first, which is great. It's a kind of a carry-on narrative from the Darkspeed. I've been using the Darkspeed driver, I actually really enjoyed it. But it's kind of a newer version of that. But it does look very dramatically different. Like there's a few little kind of tip of the hat to the Darkspeed, but also it looks like they've ripped up the manual and started again, certainly in the design. The only real big same characteristic is everything's kind of blacked out and darts, which I really liked. And as I alluded to a minute ago, there's a lot of technology going on. Like, I think too much. And the biggest technology story is possibly the one that I'm most maybe underwhelmed by. So let's unpick a few things first. So the big story is extreme aerodynamics. So they're really going to improve the drag reduction. So extreme streamlining. So they've really thought about how this club moves through space and how it's more efficient and how there's almost this kind of drop off towards the back of the heel. Again, you see a lot of clubs being put through wind tunnels. This now is supposed to be the most streamlined driver they've ever brought out. And also it's slightly less triangular shaped. So I would again say the Darkspeed was quite triangular. This is a lot more rounded, a little bit more traditional looking. Internally, there's a new custom beamed, which is optimized weighting. It's to help with that kind of low spin and more ball speed off the face. And the face has also been improved. There's now 15 hot spots across the face, which is machine learning to effectively, if you hit anywhere on the face, it's supposed to give you absolute optimum performance. We'll definitely be testing that theory today. For Cobra, massive technology story, which again goes back to that lanyard I talked about, and actually goes back to this QR code that's actually been printed onto the driver head. I will come on to that in a minute. I want to hit driver shots. I've not hit this driver at all just yet. This is the standard X model. Price-wise, quite interesting, $549. Pricey, really pricey. I didn't expect, I remember back in the day, certainly when Cobra had such great success with the F9, and I know they can't dine out on that forever. That was like £350, like $400 max, which is now $550. Crazy. Okay, let's give this a hit. I do love the look of that drive behind the golf ball. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really like the kind of, it's carbon, but it's then matted out. I think it looks superb. It is actually a good looking driver. Just a little bit too much going on, but it is actually quite good looking. I like this on the face as well. I like the printed on grooves. It really frames the center of the face nicely behind the golf ball. Gives you a real clear place to where to hit the driver from. But saying that, if it's got 15 hot spots, does it matter where you hit it from? Should be able to hit it from the back of the club head and it still go to 300 yards. Tiny bit of overdraw, but absolutely nailed it. Jeez, that's gone a long way. 280, like, comfortably in the 280s carry, or 290 carry, but just a little bit too far left. Okay, first shot. Oh, that was nice. That was a really nice drive. Oof. Yes, have a bit of that, please. So far, so good. So far, so good. Let's hit a bunch more. Okay, bit of a spoiler alert. I know we're quite early on to this review so far. I really like that. Really like it. The feel, the performance was really solid. Like, if you've watched my reviews before, you know, for me, anywhere up to about 280 yards of average carry distance, 160 miles per hour ball speed is perfect. It's doing exactly that. 283 carry. There were some real long ones in there as well. Just over 2,000 spin, really nice. 159 ball speed. My club head speed was averaging just over 110. Like, it ticks all the boxes for me, but it feels good. Like, it feels really nice off the face and it looks superb. Behind the golf ball, I really, really like it. Now, I've got this in 9 degrees and I've got the weights, the heavier weight, the 10 gram weight at the back, 3 gram weight in the front. You can switch them around if you wanted to. So I wouldn't do, so I wouldn't want that spin to drop any lower than what it is. So that's a nice makeup for me. But it really comes on to this other technology story that Cobra have really been quite passionate about. You know, it's what they led with. It's the whole reason why this driver is called Adapt, because they've dramatically changed the loft sleeve. And I mean dramatically. So adjustability in the loft sleeve isn't anything new. It's been around for a little while now and pretty much every brand does it. Pretty much, well, every single brand does it. And right now, currently, the most adjustable this is a long thread. The most adjustable loft sleeve you can get is Titleist, and you can change 16 settings. Cobra have said, you know what, we'll see your 16 and we'll raise you to 33. There are 33 different settings. I don't know what to think. You actually get this manual. So now you can get all of these options, from going to lower flight, so obviously changing the loft. You can change the lie by 2 degrees, you can go 2 degrees flat, 2 degrees upright. You can change the loft by up and down by 2 degrees as well. Now, my point is, you've been able to do that with brands for a long time. You've been able to go to extremes, up by 2, down by 2, up line angle, down line angle by 2. What Cobra have decided to do is almost fill in all of the sections in between. This is my opinion. And listen, it might just be my opinion, so take it with a pinch of salt. I think it's totally unnecessary. Like, totally unnecessary to have so many options. I think it's confusing. I think it's going to confuse golfers. There's an argument that it makes custom fitting a little bit more dialed in. Yes, if you're dialing in and custom fitting a robot. If the job of this driver was to be dialed into a robot, brilliant. Have a loft sleeve with 100 different settings, but it's being fitted to human beings who aren't consistent anyway. Look, I mean, just look how complicated it is. Look at all the numbers and I absolutely hate it. I know that's strong, but I hate it. And I've not even really tested it yet. I just think it's totally unnecessary, really confusing. If you now have a Cobra driver, your old shaft, the old adapter doesn't fit in the new driver head. Let's say of these 33 options, you could suddenly change the loft by, let's say, 4 degrees. So you can go up 4 degrees and down 4 degrees, or you can change the line angle by 4 degrees. I'd be like, all right, fair dues. That's new, that's different. But this isn't that different. Right, I've now... I'm not sure how to get this in right. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I absolutely hate it. I have to get the manual. So I want to get it back in standard, which is A1. That makes sense. Right. It's tiny as well. I would say I've got pretty good vision, but that is really quite small, the numbers and letters. So A1, and because they've used this kind of cool looking font, it's even not like that obvious to be able to see. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if some people mixed up the B for an 8. Like, it's really, and like the C almost looks like an N or a U, depending which way you look at it. Oh, no. Right, A1, let's put it back in A1. Let's put that back in. Let's get that bit of a nightmare over with. Why? Why, Cobra? Why have you done it? I just don't get it. I don't at all. I think you've made a really good drive, and I'm going to test the rest of it now. But why come up with a loft sleeve with 33 options to their wording, optimised flight tuning, with 33 settings? Honestly, I know golfers. To me, this simple tool should only be in the hands of a fitter. Putting this very simple wrench into the hands of the average golfer is not safe. Certainly with this many options. I honestly think normal golfers, because I know what I'm like, I'm desperately going for the wrench and altering it sometimes, and I'd like to think I know what I'm doing. With this, it's really confusing. I think as soon as you start having the average golfer mess with this, they're going to get themselves in a whole world of issues. Right, anyway, let's carry on with the testing. Okay, woosah. Relax, Rick. You know what I'm actually going to do? Some other time when I've fully reviewed these drivers, I'm actually going to test in a separate video not all the different settings, because that'd be a 3-hour long video, but some of the different settings in the Cobra driver. I'm not going to do it in this video. I'm not, because I think I'm just going to get really bogged down with it. Right, I've moved into now the LS head. This is a 445cc head, so a little bit smaller. Looks so good. It actually weirdly looks smaller than 445. Obviously a low spin model. You've got options to put 2 weights in the front, 1 in the back. I've currently got this set up in neutral. So I've got the weight just slightly in the heel, and then the 10 gram weight and the 3 gram weights in the toe and the back. 9 degrees, I think. Yeah, 9 degrees. Or is it 9.062 degrees? No, I think it's 9, thankfully. Right, let's give this a hit. Let's see how it performs. I really like the look of this head. I think I'm going to swing this quite a bit faster, actually. Oh, yes. See you later, ball. Oh, I love that. Little low spinner. That was really nice, really well hit. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That is one of the best drives I've ever hit. Like, for how straight it is and how long it's gone. I really like that a lot. Oh, it's 3 in a row that are absolute bullets. Wow. Very, 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 very nice. Very nice. I'll show the numbers of that driver towards the back end of this video, but woof, love that. Okay, so the last one I'm gonna test is this, the Cobra Darkspeed Adapt Max K. This is their competitor to the Ping G430 10K Max, and also the QI10. This is kind of Cobra's equivalent. Actually looks really sleek. It's definitely a bigger footprint, as in it's been pulled back further. There's only 1 adjustable weight in this one. Well, I say adjustable, there's just 1 weight in the back. So I guess you can get heavier weights to go in the back. I love how symmetrical it is. Weirdly, no, to be fair, the LS is a nice looking club. This is really nice looking club head. Really nice looking club head. I'm very interested to see the difference between the 3 drivers. Like I said, I'm not going to hit the D version. That's a draw bias driver. It's not going to really suit me. It will suit golfers out there. But I'm really intrigued to see what the difference is between these 3. Footprint wise, that's so different. It's really long. It sits really low to the ground at the back. Feels like I should hit this outrageously straight. That was nice. Fade a bit. Yeah, that'd be nice. Whoa. Sneaky long. Okay, so the numbers are in. Before we dive into that, I want to talk about the range itself. I actually think it's a really nice range of golf clubs. I think they look fantastic. I was a big fan of the Darkspeed last year. I think this is a nice evolution. I think certainly for me, the colourways, the shaping, I was a huge fan of the LS. I thought the shaping on that was fantastic. And just overall, just a really nice lineup. Love the head cover. I think the head cover is fantastic, as I mentioned. And that pattern at the back, where I said I alluded to that before, that's the kind of almost tip of the hat to this loft sleeve adjustability. I was quite strong in my opinions with loft sleeve adjustability, and I'm going to stick with that unless I'm convinced otherwise. I just think it's way too much. Way too many options. And actually, the only thing indirectly it affects is it makes the hosel quite thick, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. It stands out a little bit too much. I prefer kind of a sleeker hosel. However, the numbers are in, and they're actually really, really good, really promising. Starting with the Cobra X model, which is the standard model, average carry distance that of 283, spin rate just under 2,300. Ball speed 159, spot on, like perfect basically for me. Dispersion was okay, not bad at all with the X. LS, I absolutely ripped some monster drives with that. Average carry distance 286, brilliant. Spin rate dropped, as you'd imagine, lower spin model. Ball speed didn't actually go up as much, maybe as I expected. Club head speed did go up a little bit by about ½ mile per hour. And then the Cobra Max K, 280 carry, solid. A little bit more spin rate than the other 2 models, you'd expect that. Ball speed pretty solid. Like good, really good lineup. Really good lineup. Look good, sound good, feel good, great performance. In my opinion, the price too high. I just think they are. $550 for these are too expensive for Cobra. And that adjustability sleeve, I don't believe for 1 second anyone's gonna pick a Cobra driver because it has now 33 options in the loft sleeve. I don't foresee that at all. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, lots more to come. Be sure to subscribe to the H.I.T channel. We've got all of the brand new drivers for 2025 launching right here on H.I.T. We'll see you next time.